Hi guys, it's Lars Lehmann once again from the Sadowsky Germany headquarters in beautiful Markneukirchen in Germany, holding a beautiful Sadowsky MetroExpress 24-fret modern bass in the 6-string version in a beautiful sage green. Let's check it out together. 2025 has been such a cool year for us guys because it actually saw the birth of the very first Sadowsky 6-string basses. Roger Sadowsky has never ever done a 6-string bass before. Now if you guys are not familiar with 6-string basses, actually the 4 inner strings would be the strings of your regular 4-string bass, right? So E, A, D and G. And the standard tuning for a 6-string bass would be a low B string, right? As well as a high C string. A 6-string bass doesn't make you a better player per se, it's just, you know, an extension to your usual 4-string range, like the tonal range. Think of it as if you would have a piano with a couple more keys on the left and a couple more keys on the right side. Now with that said, this is a 6-string bass from the MetroExpress series, right? So it's a very well built high-class instrument with high-class components, which won't break the bank, actually, right? We've had a couple of requests from people saying, oh, you know, we would really love to have 6-string basses in the MetroExpress series as well. And here they are. All right, let's check out what we got here. We have a body that's made from okoume with a beautiful sage green finish. Check that out, people. It's very, very nice. We have 2 Sadowsky soap bars, right? We have the Sadowsky 2D bridge, which allows for setup in 2 dimensions. And this one is a quick release bridge, right? So when changing strings, you don't have to pull the whole string through the bridge, but instead you want to use these little extra holes here, put the ball ends through and put the new strings on, and you're going to be all set within seconds. Moving on, we've got the Sadowsky 2-band preamp consisting of a knob for volume. We also have a balance part. And we have a knob for active treble and active bass. And this is very cool. This bass knob also serves as a push-pull for active and passive mode. There you go. Now, if you want to adjust your neck bow, this is where this little spoke wheel here, this little truss rod wheel comes in very handy. So you don't have to loosen any truss rod covers or stuff like that. So basically, if you want to adjust your neck bow, you just grab the tool, which is part of your Sadowsky toolkit, and use this little truss rod wheel in order to adjust the neck bow. On the other end of the bass, we have, to me, a real game changer. This is the Sadowsky Just-A-Nut III. It's a completely different animal compared to a traditional bass nut, where you have to make up with what you get, except if you take your bass to a luthier. This one allows for a very precise setup of the string height in the low registers. How does it work? Well, once again, grab your toolkit, take the mini Allen key and use these little holes to set up the nut according to your personal preferences and your personal needs. Moving on to the headstock, first of all, we have a string retainer as well as 6 Sadowsky vintage style tuners with open gear. Very nice and shiny. And also what you see here, see that silverish silk? Those are our new Sadowsky silver label bass strings, which as of now come with any Sadowsky MetroExpress bass. Now on the back of the instrument, first of all, you can see it's a traditional bolt-on construction, right? 4 screws. And we also have a quick access electronics compartment cover. If your battery is empty, just click open that thing, put the old battery out, put the new one in, click, and you're all set. The neck of the bass is made from roasted maple, beautiful roasted maple, and so is the fingerboard, which carries 24 nickel silver frets. And I want to especially point out to you the amazing fretwork that they did here. The fret ball ends are very, very smooth, very well rounded. And also there's no way that any sharp fret ends can stick out of the fingerboard because of what we call the IFT, the invisible fretwork technology. And what that is usually most companies will saw their slots for the frets like so, like all the way through the fingerboard. And this is not what we do. We always leave some wood towards the edges of the fretboard. So there's just no way that any sharp fret ends can stick out of the fretboard. All right, playing examples. Let's find out what this bass is capable of delivering, okay? For my playing examples, I'm gonna be using a Warwick Gnome iPro 600, beautiful lightweight amp, which can also serve as an audio interface. Plus, I'm gonna be using a Warwick Gnome 2x10 and a Warwick Gnome 115 cap. And what you are about to hear is a mixture of both the line as well as the mic signal. So as usual, I'm going to start out in passive mode, right? Which means I'm going to pull my bass knob here. This is both pickups, and I'm just going to play, you know, like a scale in order to show to you this amazing evenness over the whole fretboard, right? So like a C major scale, for instance. Very cool. This is the back pickup. Here's the front pickup. Here's a little slap groove for you. With both pickups, I have bass and treble at about 50%. One of the great advantages of the 6-string bass is you can really have some good times with bass chords, you know, featuring the high C string. This is a little more of the back pickup. I have bass at 65%, treble at 50%. Now, on the other hand, you can move some serious air with the help of the B string, okay? This is the front pickup, bass and treble both at about 50%. Here's a little tapping groove with the same setting. Alright guys, that was my demo of the Sadowsky MetroExpress 24-fret modern bass in the 6-string version. Beautiful bass guitar, which won't break the bank. If you liked what you saw and heard, please hit the like and subscribe buttons, hit the bell for notifications on new video content. Feel free to ask questions, leave comments if you feel like doing so. We'd love to hear from you. That's it from me. I'm Lars, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.